Welcome, everyone, to another special episode of Tea Time with Tommy. All right, guys, we have a special guest here, professional wrestler Sassy Stephie has graciously joined us. Sassy Stephie, thank you again for taking your time out of your busy schedule to join us.
Oh, well, thank you for having me. I'm really excited to talk to you guys and have a little bit of fun tonight.
Absolutely. It's going to be one amazing time. And of course, everyone knows my co-host Sean Columbus and NORBZ CABRERA. So let's go with Sassy Stephie here. Question number one. So Sassy Stephie, we heard about your upcoming podcast coming up. So yeah, please tell the viewers about it.
Oh, I'm really excited. My first episode is going to air next week. It's called Talking Sass. It's going to be a podcast on all of your normal podcast, wherever you listen to your podcast. And I'm also doing it as a YouTube show as well. So it'll be cross content on all sorts of different platforms, going to make it fun. And of course, sassy.
Absolutely. So everyone check out, do you know where to check out the podcast for the viewers, how they can check it out?
Well, I have a little plan that's going to be announced next week. So if you're paying attention to my Instagram or my Twitter, Sassy Stephie, you'll be able to find out all of that information. But next Thursday will be the first episode. So at least you have that kind of knowledge for you.
Wow. Can't wait, Sassy Stephie. Amazing stuff.
Thank you.
Looking forward to it.
I'm super excited.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Great. What inspired you to become a professional wrestler?
Well, I've always loved wrestling ever since I was a kid. My parents had it on. They went to WrestleMania 3 up in Detroit. So I have a picture I actually posted on my Instagram not that long ago of me. I'm like 3 years old or something, wearing the original Hulkamania yellow and red shirt with an American-made headband on.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've been a fan ever since I was little. And as you can see on my right and left shoulder here, I have Sensational Sherri, who is my biggest influence in wrestling. So, I mean, it started as a kid, but I never thought, I'm going to do this, So when I was like 19 or 20, there was a bar that was near me that was having professional wrestling every Tuesday night. And I called up the bar. I'm like, hey, I'm only 18, 19. Like I said, who knows how old I was at the time. But I wasn't of legal drinking age. So I was like, can I come to the show? And they're like, yes, but after the show, you have to leave, which is no problem. So I started going, and I was a DJ at a bowling alley, and I made friends with one of the commentators. He came out to one of my specialty nights, which was 80s night. He saw that I could work the microphone, and then a couple weeks later, the ring announcer got sick, so he asked me if I could fill in that night. I was like, sure, yeah, no problem, whatever. Well, at that time, there was only Lillian Garcia that was female ring announcer. So I picked up a lot of bookings very, very quickly. And like I said, that was on a Tuesday night, so I had my weekends available. So when I was going all across Ohio, where I got my start, one of the guys asked me, they're like, man, you take to this like a natural. Why don't you train? And I was like, mind blown, like, why don't I train? So I was like, if I fail, who cares? Whatever, I still have my ring announcing. It's still fun. I'm involved in the business, having fun. So I went and I started training. And fell in love with it. And as a lot of people would say, then just went all downhill from there.
So we got to talk about the name Sassy Stephie. So where did you get that ring name of Sassy Stephie? And did it go back to your DJing or your ring announcing career? Or how did that come about?
Well, actually, it came from birth, actually, because my initials, my full name is SAS, my initials. So my mom would always tell me as a kid, oh, I gave you the perfect initials because you're always giving me sass. So it worked out perfectly. My name's Stephanie, Sassy. It's a really cheesy name. Like, I'm never going to be on WWE as Sassy Stephie, obviously, but it's who I am. It's a part of me. My mom was a big supporter of me. She passed away several years ago, but she's still like in my everyday life. I can still hear her voice like saying, oh, I gave you the perfect name because you just sass me all the time, And like I said, she was my biggest fan. So it was kind of a nod to her. And also, obviously, I mentioned Sensational Sherri, SS. It goes to that too. There's a lot of little things that tie into my name there.
Wow, that's amazing, amazing story. Thank you for sharing that with us,
No
Sassy
problem.
Steffi. So you wrestled a lot of great wrestlers in the past. You got Amber Moon, Angelina Love, a lot of them. Great experience, illustrious, amazing career. Who were the toughest opponents in your mind that you faced in your wrestling career?
Well, I wouldn't say it's necessarily one person or something, but it's people who are just coming into the business that, you know, it's their first couple matches. Because you're always nervous. If you're not nervous, I don't know, I don't understand you, because, you know, you're always going out and performing in front of people. So you always got a little bit of nerves, maybe not like, you know, I'm gonna freak out kind of nerves, but when you have these people coming in and they're new and they're trying to remember what you're going through in the match and what you're going to do and how to react to certain things, and it's very nerve-wracking. And even for me sometimes, like, I still get like, oh god, I hope I can get all this right. So it's more so working with the greener girls or guys in some aspects, so that you know, we pull them through a good match. But you know, sometimes it's a little difficult because the nerves really get to you. But I mean, as far as opponents, I mean, probably Awesome Kong was my hardest opponent. I mean,
Wow.
obviously size difference, but I mean, that was also one of my most fun matches because she is just amazing. Like, her name is perfect for her.
She is awesome. She is awesome at that.
Yeah. She's one of the most feared competitors out there, with her size and her demeanor. It's yeah. I've seen her. I've watched Awesome Kong as well in the programs. So the Pro Wrestling Illustrated, you were recognized as one of the best singles competitors by that publication. What makes your wrestling style so much unique than other women wrestlers out there?
Well, I mean, I do the same moves as everybody else. You know, a suplex is still a suplex, but it's the way that you deliver it, the way that you portray your story. And I think, especially right now, that's what pulls me apart from the rest, is that I'm more old school style. Like, okay, I'll do the flashy moves. Like, if you know, somebody's gonna do a Hurricane Rana off the top or something and wants to do some cool flip flashy thing, like, I'm there for it. But my style, I'm more the old school. I'm more the telling the story, and I get it. Like, that's kind of going on the wayside a bit, but it's still needed at the same time. Like, I mean, if you look at some of the people that are really getting over right now in AEW, it's the ones with the old school managers. I mean, you have Tully Blanchard with FTR, and how amazing are they doing? And they're more the old school style as well, telling the story, and Jake the Snake Roberts. So it's like, it's still there and it's still flourishing for those people who do love it, but I can adapt to anything too. So I think that's what keeps me, you know, really good in the game, is because I can adapt, but also stay true to who I am.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to see those classic wrestling matches and that hard-hitting style in AEW. And I was just wondering, if you didn't get into wrestling, what other career do you think you'd be doing if that wasn't the case?
Oh, well, I went to school for radio and TV broadcasting. So that's probably where I would be lined up at, more so with the radio aspect of it. I worked at a radio station in Cleveland for a while as a social media person, and I loved it. I loved it. And then I moved away from Cleveland and didn't have the connections to the business like I did in Cleveland. So, you know, but it's still good. I still love it. I like radio's kind of going by the wayside now too, but I mean, you're still listening to the radio in your car and doing stuff like that. So I love it, and definitely that's where I would be, probably on radio or TV. I like the behind the scenes stuff with TV. I like being in front of it as well. But I did an event called Fireball Run for 5 years, and it was a 12-day adventure rally across the United States, going to different locations. And I hosted their live show for 5 years on their website. And it was just this crazy, because you really never knew what was going to be thrown at you, because you're live on the air and people are just coming through with their cars telling you about their day. And they were raising awareness for missing children. Each vehicle had a missing child from their area that they were helping to raise awareness for. So, I mean, it was literally anything could happen any day. And that was So much fun. So much fun.
Oh, hey, Sassy Stephie, I want you to know here is another radio and television graduate from Ryerson University. So it's amazing, have a fellow radio and television graduate right here, talking to him right now. So that's awesome. That is amazing. I have to ask my question is, what is your favorite things of being in Canada? Because now you're currently in Montreal, Quebec. Can you list us off like your favorite stuff of what you love about Canada?
Oh, I love sugar shacks because that wasn't a thing in Ohio, or at least not that I was aware of, because I'm originally from Akron, Ohio. So I love in the early spring going and enjoying those huge buffets of everything maple. And then last year I went for the first time. I got where you roll the maple in on the stick in the ice and got like the biggest sugar high of my life, but it was so delicious. So that's probably number one up there. I did it in Ohio as well, but I'm a huge fan of going to like corn mazes and pumpkin patches and stuff like that. So I love doing all sorts of fun. And like in Canada, you get that kind of a bit longer than you do in the States because of the cooler weather coming in a bit earlier. So definitely enjoy that.
And of course, the Toronto Raptors, right? Who can't?
Basketball's not my sport, but to each their own.
Absolutely. So yes, Sassy Stephie, thank you for sharing all of that with us. We really appreciate it. So as you know, with all of our professional wrestling guests, we have trivia.
Hope I don't embarrass myself.
No, you won't, kids. You get 3 lifelines. And here's the 3 lifelines, NORBZ and Sean. And I like to say, and I'm among this, NORBZ is better than me and Sean put together. So if you do have trouble,
try.
but go to Sean as
The
well.
master.
Yeah, NORBZ is the master of trivia. So don't worry, you have no fear. All right, guys, here we go. Wrestling trivia with Sassy Stephie. Question number 1. Which wrestler did John Cena defeat to win his first ever WWE championship? This was his first title he ever won. Sassy Stephie, John Cena, who was that wrestler? You have 3 lifelines, so you can absolutely use it.
Okay, so here's the thing, and my husband, he hates me for this. I'm the worst with this kind of stuff. Like, he's like, I can recall the first 10 WWF champions of all time, and I'm like, very good for you. So I'm gonna take a guess though, and it's a huge guess, because I know there's history there. Do I get it, like, if I get it wrong, do I still get a lifeline?
Absolutely. You are Sassy
Okay.
Stephie. Don't worry about it.
Okay, good. I'm gonna say Kurt Angle.
No, it's not Kurt Angle, but you get a lifeline because you're a special guest, so you didn't get it wrong. So you can toss it to NORBZ or C. I wonder who she's gonna toss it to.
Well, I have to take it to the master, right? Obviously.
I'm sorry, C. I'm just kidding. We're just kidding with
Defer.
So the question was the opponent of John Cena winning the title. JBL.
Yeah, boom.
Oh,
John
So Sassy Stephie, you are 1 for 1. Awesome job. Here, great job. Doing great.
it was all my team. It wasn't me.
Whole team right here. Full-time team with Sassy Stephie. Question number 2. Who did Stone Cold defeat to win his first ever King of the Ring? So you remember Sassy Stephie said that famous line?
Oh yeah.
That's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said, and he defeated this wrestler. Have no fear, you have 2 lifelines here. So you like to use it? Absolutely. And since you're a special guest, you can guess it. And even though you get it wrong, you're still in the race for getting a lifeline. So.
Okay. So obviously that promo is just like ingrained into my head because that's where Stone Cold Steve Austin really happened.
Can we give her a clue? She mentioned the name earlier.
Yeah, okay, yeah, absolutely. I'll hand out a clue right here. What would be a good clue here, guys? Because I don't want to give a huge clue, then you'll get it easy, right, Sassy Stephie?
Right.
But she said his name earlier in the interview, so think back.
Okay. Okay, so it is who I think it is then, I hope. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Jake the Snake.
Oh yes! You didn't even need a clue.
Nice job.
Awesome
Got it.
job.
I was thinking him, and I was like, oh God, I don't want to be incorrect on this one.
You are correct. He defeated Jake the Snake Robertson in his first ever. Great job, Sassy Stephie. You don't
Thank
need
you.
to be nice.
I'm sweating bullets over here, guys.
But you're doing great. 2 for 2 for Sassy Stephie. Here we go. Question number 3. Being amazing professional wrestler yourself. Here's another one to another amazing professional wrestler. Where does Lita currently reside? Lita.
Oh, she's in Central America, I think, or she was for a while, I think.
It's like let's just say it's an American city. It's a big American city.
Okay.
Hint will be West Coast.
Well, West Coast, I'd have to go with LA.
Would you like to use a lifeline before?
Oh no, I feel like
It's not LA, but you can use a lifeline again.
it's not LA. Okay, West Coast city that's big. San Diego.
No, it is San Francisco.
Oh, I was in the right state, even though it's absolutely a gigantic state.
Oh man, I feel bad. No. It's all good. You got 2 out of 3. Sassy, that's amazing. So you're on a roll. 2 more to go. Here we go. Redemption time.
Okay. Yes, redemption.
I apologize for these questions. They're really hard, and I apologize for that. So.
Oh no, it's okay. Like I said, here's the thing. Like I see something, it happens, and then it's gone. Like I don't recall. Like I said, my husband can like be like, oh, on August 7th, 1982, this happened, and I'm like, I wasn't even born yet. I don't know.
If any conversations, Sassy, you would do better than me because I would get 0 out of 5 if I was asked these questions. So you're doing way better than I am.
Right.
Question number 4. And once again, Sassy, you have 2 lifelines.
Okay.
Who did Bret Hart defeat to win his first ever Intercontinental Championship?
Guys, man, I was like 5 years old or something.
Yeah, once again, this is my fault. I apologize to Sassy Stephie and the audience members. Blame me.
No,
for
people are gonna be like, this girl doesn't know jack all about wrestling. Okay, I like Sensational Sherri, guys. Okay.
Yeah,
You're doing better than me. You're doing
Sherri
better than me,
Martel.
Sassy. The audience knows that you're doing way better than I would.
Yeah, give me some women's wrestling trivia besides Lita, where she lives now, because I don't know. Anyway, Bret Hart, first Intercontinental Championship. I will use another lifeline because I am clueless on this one. So let's go with Sean this time.
All right, Sean Columbus.
You got my back. Let's go.
Pressure's on.
Man. Oh, I'm gonna throw a guess here. I'm gonna say Mr. Perfect.
Boom. Yes, it is.
Oh, bravo.
Mr. Perfect. Yes, absolutely perfect answer, Sean Columbus. Great job, Sassy Stephie. All right.
Okay, can the last question be where Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels wrestled at the Screwjob? Because I know that one.
Let's do it.
Everyone does.
You
I also
the
live
Sean.
there.
Yes.
Moments.
Right
Here's
down
the
the street.
question. What city did the famous screw job happen in between Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart? Take it away, Sassy Stephie.
Montreal, Quebec.
Woo! Yes. 4
Survivor
or 5.
Series.
Yes.
Sassy Stephie, great job again. You did amazing. You would do way better than me. So you did
I
amazing.
appreciate it, you guys. That was fun.
It was-
Embarrassing, but fun.
No, it was great job
No
again,
worries.
Sassy Stephie. So I would say that was fun. That we had an amazing time. I just want to say on behalf of me, Sean and Norbs, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come on. We really appreciate it, and so do the viewers. Before you go, do you want to tell the viewers about how they can follow you on social media? I know you mentioned it before, but just another to refresh us again.
Yeah, no problem. On Instagram and Twitter, it's at Sassy Stephie. And I'm going to be posting a lot for the next week about the podcast. And there's going to be lots of big announcements coming regarding that as well. So I'm really excited. So I hope that you guys will follow me. I hope you guys will listen. And we'll have my own kind of trivia where I'll get it all right.
Absolutely. You can test me now, Sassy Stephie. I can be.
Yeah, we'll turn the tables next
Turn the
time.
tables on me.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll come up with some women's wrestling trivia and see what you can do there.
Probably
Oh,
get
that'll
0
be
or
game
1 out of 5. But yes, but Sassy Stephie, just hold on though. Don't go anywhere yet.
No problem.
But once again, thank you for coming on the show. And for all the viewers watching, thank you for joining us for another special episode of Tea Time with Tommy with Sassy Stephie. Cheers, everyone. Thank you guys again. Have a great night, everyone.